I did a little noise there.
What? And thanks for the countdown, by the way.
Yeah, right?
Appreciate
No,
that.
just
I'm
right
like,
to it.
oh, music. I don't hear music, but I hear music. Good morning.
How are you, Mike?
Good.
I'm moving stuff around here, that's all. I'm just moving stuff, don't worry. We're good.
We'll get started eventually.
Welcome to both mics.
Yeah, this is a show about nothing and everything. That is Mike Sofka.
And that is Mike Taylor. And together, we are both mics.
Both mics. Welcome to show number 22.
Yes.
Both mics heard everywhere podcasts can be found. Facebook? Who put us on Facebook?
Oh, we're on
Twitter.
We're on Facebook.
Yeah, we're on your mom's face. Mom's face, MySpace.
Nice.
Facebook.
Nice. All that
mom's
stuff.
face.
That's funny.
My face.
On your mom's face? Is that what you really
We're
said?
we're on my face.
There's
Are you
kids
on
watching
face?
this, Mike.
Are you on my face? Your dad's on my face. It's a Tom Papa joke.
Now I screwed this thing up and I can't do it back the way I want. That's all right. We're just going to go. We're going to keep barreling through. You know what time it is? It's my favorite.
What time is it?
It's my favorite time. It's time for the alien update.
Uh-oh, what happened?
Buzz, look, an alien! Where?
Warning! Alien approaching! Warning! Biophysical experiments extremely dangerous for Earth people!
It's a pretty good robot. He's a little bit of an alien, too. But I think he's an alien. You could be an alien robot, right? Like, not all robots are domestic.
I computed the aliens. They are capable of sinister...
All right, that's enough of the alien update video.
How long is that? It's
42 seconds.
Tuesday
It's not
already.
industry standard, I know, but you know, it is what it is. Hey, the reason why I played that is right away we're going to get into Amazon stuff here. Amazon has this 2-hour delivery, but now they're dissolving it, and it's going to become part of their other delivery, whatever that means. So, do you use that? Have you ever used that?
for like food,
Yeah.
groceries, electronics, gifts, and more. 2-hour delivery. No. I only thought it was for food. I assumed, why would you need electronics in 2 hours? That's kind of crazy.
Quick, I need a CD player I need to play my old CDs.
Where's my VHS player? Get my Walkman.
Yes, I need my phone and I need it delivered in 2 hours.
Right? Yeah, groceries I could see, but I think they only partner with Whole Foods on that. But electronics and gifts and more, really? I really didn't know it existed. I only thought it was for food, for groceries.
Supposedly what it's going to do is it's going to open up Amazon Fresh grocery stores. So they are going to have physical locations. I think they're going to ship from that. I don't understand. I thought they had a good partnership with Whole Foods. They partnered in 2017. I know this Prime Now app was in 2014 was when it started for speedy deliveries on groceries, household essentials, and other items. This is according to CNN Business. So,
Well, I guess they would know best. You know, they do it with Whole Foods now. Wouldn't you think they would set up their infrastructure first before pulling the plug?
well, they say earlier this year they ended their Prime Delivery Pantry delivery subscription service for non-perishable items and moved the items to the main site. I just think this is all curious how they're just...
They used to have these little fobs. It would be like Tide laundry detergent, this little fob, and when you run out of detergent, you just press the button. And I guess through Alexa and the network in your house, it automatically ordered this particular product, and they had different fobs for different items.
What?
I thought it was a little ridiculous. You know,
Yeah.
I don't need a fob to order laundry soap.
You don't
I
need
look
another
at-
keychain?
I hold the bottle and I go, hello, is this empty? Oh, it's almost empty. Let me put it on my shopping list so when I drag my ass to the store, I can buy it.
Now the big question. You're a millennial, you're a teenager, whatever. Give me the percentage of detergent left in the bottle without using your phone as a calculator.
They wash their clothes?
Right, exactly.
Really? I'm stumped.
I also want to talk about our boy Elon Musk. And I'm trying like the
It is
Dickens.
alien update.
I'm trying like the Dickens to bring up his picture, but I'm unable to for some reason. But that's okay, because I am going to keep muscling through this. Yeah. Well, just imagine there's a picture of Elon Musk up there in the top of the corner there. Are you done imagining it? Can you see him?
I actually I can, yeah. In
Tesla is considering a plant in Russia.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think that was that big of news, but apparently this is a big thing, and he's been kind of worming his way into Russia. And what I mean by that is, you and I just don't go, hey, let's start a business in Russia and go start a business in Russia. There's more to it than that. And it's,
right.
I mean, it's mafioso to a certain point too. So
yeah, and I always thought like you either were on the American side or you were on the Russian side. You weren't on both.
Or China.
Yeah.
You know, Musk said he participated, this is according to CNN Business, Musk said he participated in the, quote, New Knowledge Forum at invitation of Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov. He answered questions from Russian students for about 40 minutes. Among other topics, he talked about how he sees the future, proposed to build a base on the moon and a city on Mars, and said he doesn't rule out the existence of alien life. So he said the next 50 years is going to be huge for us technology-wise. This is where the conversation gets scary to me. This is a quote from Musk. 50 years is hard to predict. Safe to say that 50 years from now, we will not be what we think it will be. There are fundamental seismic shifts in technology, artificial intelligence, space travel, neurocomputer interfaces, synthetic RNA and DNA. Those are the big ones. No shit, synthetic RNA and DNA? Are you kidding me? He's telling you that we are going to be replaced. This is it. This is it. We don't need any of you. We just need this little vial of shit here.
Right.
Does this not alarm anyone?
50 years down the road. We need to worry about it. Another 10, 12 years, I'm collecting Social Security. Be officially old. Get on my cruise ship, float off into the distance, and just go away.
It's important to have that Social Security. The government's going to look after you, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Stop.
Exactly. Yep. I would have to be a millennial living on your sofa in order to be able to live on what Social Security is going to give me.
Well, he went on to say at this Russian this event he was at in Russia, the Tesla and SpaceX CEO also spoke about plans to travel beyond the solar system, saying that humans would need antimatter ships to reach at least 10 to 20% of the speed of light. I mean, this guy's a big thinker, and he makes stuff happen. I give him that, but Jesus,
antimatter ships?
Now, I want to clear things up for our listening audience here, because antimatter, you may be thinking you don't have to pay attention to that because that don't matter. That's not what that means.
Hell, I don't. Explain it to me.
I don't know. I think it somehow is perpetual and somehow provides its own energy and feeds on itself. Like it insists on itself. So that's the only way I know how to describe it. I'm not a physicist. I played one in a movie one time. It would have to be
like that Jennifer Lawrence movie with Chris Pratt. Was it called Passenger or something? It would have to be something like that, you know. And you know, in that movie they're suspended in animation or whatever we want to call it. They're like put to sleep so that they don't age. But it would have to be something of that nature that would grow and repopulate itself as it travels to wherever it's going. You know, obviously, you only live so freaking long. But I don't know.
Well, I've heard this before, and I can't. I'll find it. I can't remember who said it, but there's thought of that someone that's alive today is going to end up living to be at least 1,000 years old, based on these neurocomputer interfaces. We talked about those before, putting chips in your brain. And
dude,
this synthetic RNA and DNA thing, that really has me startled and scared. I guess you can do a lot with genetics and take a piece of this DNA and marry it to that one and make a new human or maybe a superhuman. Maybe, is this like what the Germans were trying to do, in the World War II times?
Right.
They tried it a little more direct science. I mean, they actually recruited blonde women from Norway and the Swiss area, and then they got the SS, the best of the best, most physically fit Aryans they could find to mate these women with. And then they had buildings for all these babies. It was incredible. I saw this on the History Channel not long ago, so that's why I know so much about it. But
that's cool. But dude, I'm 54. I had to have my knee replaced, and my other knee was making a sound the other day, and I'm like, oh no, not good. My ears have been ringing since 1992. Half my freaking hair is gone.
they're gonna
look like I've been hitting the mouth with a weed whacker, and people are gonna live to 1,000.
Well, they're gonna take. I think they're gonna be able to take your brain still and just replace every body part you have. You're actually gonna be mostly AI. Or mostly robotic, I should say, and you're going to be the AI. But then you'll be phased out because the AI will be smarter than you. You'll be total robots running this thing.
Unbelievable. And like I've said every freaking show, if you can, it is true that if you can freaking dream it or come up with the idea, it can be done somehow eventually. As minute or as massive as an idea can be, they're doing it. Little by little, they're freaking doing it. It's crazy.
How about this idea? How about the idea that we win the lottery and we split the money?
That'll work. You got your ticket for tonight?
What's tonight? Friday?
If you get a mysterious check for like $10,000 in the mail.
Is it Mega Million tonight as we record this?
It is, yeah. Mega Million tonight.
Did it roll over?
Yeah.
Shit, that means I didn't win it the other day.
No.
I didn't even check the ticket. After the show, I gotta run out and buy a ticket then. Because, the lottery is for people who can't do math, I get it. But when you're up to a certain level, I'm gonna buy a ticket.
Yeah, no, I'm totally with you. Let's see. Florida Lottery app. We are at $515 million.
Yeah, I could quit my part-time job with that.
Yeah, and Powerball tomorrow night, $218 million.
Yeah, these are no-brainers.
And the Florida Lottery is $10.25 million. Not worth playing. No, $10 million. Screw that.
And to be clear, this is not a spot for Florida Lottery. They did not pay us for this. So.
Yeah, they did not pay us for this. But
now, if they want to pay us for this, I'm all in.
Yeah, I'm all in. Exactly. like Black Bean, he used to do the commercials. I'm in. I'll do it. Davey, well, play the lottery.
You play certain numbers, or you just wing it?
It's quick pick because it doesn't matter. You'll see the results, and it'd be like 51, 52, 53, 64. No one picks 51, 52, 53. It's random, so you have to make it random. And you can't go do the birthday thing because everything will be under 31, and that never happens, or rarely happens. That alone is a lottery, just to pick numbers under 31. Yeah. Last Mega Ball was 3, 5, 56, 61, 66. And both the Powerball and the Mega on Saturday and Friday, or Tuesday and Wednesday this past week, the Powerball number, or the extra number, was 4 for both of them.
That was Mike on the lottery. Thanks for the...
Yeah. This is Yolanda Vega with the New York Lottery.
I like how they always had a woman. I never saw a dude do the lottery pulls live. Have you?
Yeah. No, it's woman's work.
Stop. That's Mike_Taylor at bothmikes.com.
Bothmikes.com. Thank you.
Perfect. Hey, did you know you can now get verified on Twitter again? Do you care? Does this work for you?
Oh, it went away?
That's what I said. I'm not verified on Twitter.
Pictures, graphics. Everybody go to twitch.com, twitch.tv / or / both mics.
There you go.
Every Friday, 7 p.m.
Perfect.
And you can see pictures of two stellar old guys and other stuff.
I got the cough working tonight. Yet they say on Twitter you can be verified. You can just be verified as a normal person now. In other words, before you had to have affluence, you had to have credibility, you had to have a growing number of followers for them to verify it's really you. But now you can go through a process and be verified.
Because there's a dollar attached to that, you know. People will like John Corabi, the other lead singer from Motley Crue. He's verified, but there's fake accounts out there, and people were trying to solicit under his name that were not verified.
No, and I get it. I understand, and hats off for them for coming up with a system that makes that work. There's 6 categories of blue badges right now. If you're in the government, companies, brands, and organizations, news organizations and journalists, entertainment, sports and gaming, or activists, organizers, and other influential individuals. Your account must have a profile name, profile picture, a confirmed email address or phone number, needs to be active within the last 6 months, and have a record of adherence to Twitter rules. We don't see whether following thresholds are a requirement for verification. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this is all through xdadevelopers.com. I'm going to try to get verified somehow. How about that? I want a little blue check mark. Do you?
No. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm the same way. It doesn't matter really.
Now, what was the list of verifiable people? What was the second one?
Hang on here. Let me pull it up. The second one was companies, brands, and organizations.
Okay. I thought it was like public officials.
I kind of want somebody to take the both mics badging and, get a couple million hits somewhere. I'm good.
Right.
Collect money on it. I'm good.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't think I need a blue check mark, but I found it interesting that it's opened up more now to normal people. Crazy. You weren't normal before, folks.
Do you use Twitter a lot? Do you tweet?
Not as much as a lot of people, but I stay out of trouble on Twitter somehow, so that's good.
I had an account or have an account, and I hadn't looked at it in like 10 years when I was single and sleeping on your couch, and I looked at it recently with the both mics, kind of formulating it all together. And I only followed what appeared to be Russian and Ukrainian women.
Wow.
Yeah, my Twitter box was full of all this, Ukrainian models and whatnot, and other celebrities. Like, none of my friends I was like tweeting with. I don't even know if I was friends with you on Twitter. Twitter.
I don't even know. I have a Twitter, and I'm not super active on it, but for the show, I got some stuff going there, but
yeah.
I don't live by it. I'm not constantly on my phone looking at my Twitter. It's not that important to me.
No. And actually, here and there, I did use it a couple times to get the attention of corporate America's customer service department, with like Southwest Airlines once, and or was it American? I don't know, some airline, and like Rooms to Go, just little shit.
Well, that's how you do it nowadays. Didn't we talk last show, I think, about the guy who tweeted like the president of the company or something? He just tweeted to the guy in the company. He wanted results. He wanted to know. He wanted to get information. It was I think it was something with email or something, and the guy emailed or texted that guy somehow, the guy who's the CEO of the company, on how to open his Gmail or something. Do you remember that?
Right. Yeah, and that's all I use it for. So I've been erasing Russian model / spies off my Twitter account, and Ukrainian whatever they call it.
I think what really happened here is you forgot about your Twitter account, and Brenda found a Twitter account, and she started going through it, asking you who all these Russian and Ukrainian women are, and now you're just cleaning up.
Believe it or not, she's actually real good about that. She's not crazy like that.
All right. I didn't mean to talk about her. I was trying to be funny.
Right. No. She don't listen. She says she's one of those people with good intentions. Oh, I'm gonna listen. I'll listen. Yeah. Okay. Here we are in episode 22. You ain't listening to squat.
Nice. That's funny. Have you do you Snapchat?
No. What do you think? I'm 10?
No, I'm just asking you.
What do you think? I'm Mike Busey?
Snap, I guess, is their corporate thing. Snap. It used to be Peekaboo, then it went Snapchat, and I guess it's Snap by all the hip kids. According to TechCrunch.com, Snap has acquired AR startup Wave Optics, which provides tech support or tech for spectacles over. They did this for over $500 million. So here's a startup company that won a contract, and then they got snatched up by this. These are probably two guys in some back room somewhere. They get a contract for spectacles, and then they have snap them up, and they make $500 million.
Yeah, it's unbelievable the game that is played to just do a startup and then ditch it. I don't want to work it. I don't want to run it. I'm just going to start it up, get some steam going, hire a lot of people, and then cash in. I actually had known when I was in the mortgage business in Orlando, this one particular woman, she owned a software company, and she did exactly that. She got it going, she built it up to a certain spot, sold it off. And then she started buying UPS store franchises. She'd get one here in a particular, public shopping center, open it up, start it up, sell it off. Next one, sell it off. Next one, sell it off.
Wow.
And she was also in real estate, and she was also a mortgage broker. This girl was an overachiever beyond recognition.
She was good at all that. It wasn't like she was trying this, trying that. She was good. She was making money.
No, she was
successful.
Yeah,
good.
She was Asian, dude. Of course, she was good at it.
Here we go. Hang on, I gotta get some sound effects here. Hold on. Oh my gosh, I didn't know we were gonna play that card here. Shoot. Let's see here. Let's see if this works. Hang on, I'm trying to get one. No, that's not working. I don't like that. Hang on, I can do better.
Is it that one?
No, let's see.
Stop! Did you know every time you shop?
That's not it either. Christ, they're killing me here. Give me 3 seconds here. I think I can make this happen.
Give me 3 steps. No.
This.
康定溜溜的城哟，要常去干饭谁？
No?
I don't know. We can't hear.
Let me try one more.
No.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, I got the Asian theme. So next time you disparage.
What? Who?
You got time going there, Mike.
I guess I'm left out on the joke because it doesn't come across the airways. Should I be listening on Twitter? What are you doing?
We were in a time warp.
Oh. Like you were playing the song Time Warp?
Yeah, I was playing the song Time Warp.
Let's do the time warp again.
There it goes again. All right, I found a problem. It was on my end here.
Oh, okay.
Sorry for getting you to time warp. If you've been on the video, though, you've seen a Snapchat logo up there, that little Snapchat ghost thing. But here's my thing. These companies, it's almost like they're banks or insurance companies. They're almost too big to fail at a certain point. They become engaged in our social lives to an extent where it's a major part of our lives, like Twitter, like Facebook,
Yeah.
like these
And
other things. And to think they can just be bought up before they get to a point and then controlled by somebody, I don't know, man. I don't think we need more government regulation on this, but it's just kind of sickening when you see all these companies just buying each other up. Hats off to them. I mean, God bless them for getting the money. I mean, I'm not mad at them.
It's always that. They just get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then the Federal Trade Commission comes in and makes them split apart. Where was I going with that? Yeah. Don't get me started with that and with stockholders. Oh.
Yeah, all your stockholders from your company.
Yeah. That you have to satisfy your stockholders, and their interest comes before your clientele's business or interest.
Did you ever own an Xbox?
No, never, ever.
PlayStation?
The last console I owned was the original Nintendo. It was at 86. And then my son, he had like a Genesis, and I think he had an Xbox or something. Yeah, he grifted from a friend or something.
Well, apparently, the developer behind the initial Xbox revealed an Xbox Easter egg. I guess these are things you can find in games sometimes. Well, this was on the actual system. And after 20 years, now he's disclosing, he thought somebody would find this on their own, but they haven't. And apparently this Easter egg is just some sort of new credits thing. It's no big deal. It's a challenge to get to it. You have to go and look through the coding to try to find that. So apparently when you start up the original Xbox, then you type in the word Timmy with 26 Y's after it and an exclamation point.
In case you randomly type Timmy with 26 Y's.
Yeah, and that's how you find this. So apparently there's something else out there on this old Xbox still. So I just found it interesting because when I had bought those things for the kids or whatever, we saved those things, and because I knew later on they would be relics and my wife would sell them for $0.25 at a yard sale. But I thought it would be cool to hang on to stuff like that for a while, but
right, because they come around and they become vintage.
Well, don't you want to get something for it, or you just want to throw it out? I can't get nothing for it now anyway. Who the hell wants this old? Apparently, I bet you people start snapping up old Xboxes. However, a lot of that model, I think, had a problem with the red ring of death.
The red ring of death. Is that like the blue screen of death? Different?
Hey, you see this person in the chat here? Want to become famous? Buy followers and viewers, and gives us a link.
Hit it, dude.
Yeah, I'm sure there's nothing wrong with that. It's QM Monkey 1 2 3 4 5 6. I'm sure this isn't from China or Russia. I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, I see him in there. The video has been freaking just spooling. It says we're on, but nothing. Nothing. I'm showing my phone. Can't see my phone. There it is.
I saw you told him spanking your monkey. I thought that was pretty funny.
Yes. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. Uh-oh.
Hey, speaking of Microsoft and Xbox, this is Microsoft. I put a picture up on a video here of a meeting room. Apparently, they're coming up with a new way. Now, you've done this. You've used Microsoft Teams and stuff like that, or what?
Yeah. Yep.
Is it specifically Microsoft Teams that you're using?
Yeah. For work, I use it, and for Microsoft, I think actually has Skype now too, don't they? I think it's part of their platform.
I have no idea.
Skype for business. But yeah, I've used Teams. I used Teams today.
Well, they have a new video from Microsoft here. This is according to TheVerge.com. There's a new video out that details Microsoft's plans, which include larger screens that facilitate face-to-face meetings with, they're kind of reshaping the way America does business, the way we interact in companies and so forth. A new video details Microsoft plans, which include larger screens that help facilitate face-to-face meetings with life-size remote colleagues. So they're making this technology available so these bigger companies can start, and then it'll trickle down to the smaller companies where
Right.
the screens are actually bigger. And it looks like when you're looking at a dude sitting across from you, but he's on the screen, he looks life-size. So do the people around him. And they're going to do this. They're going to say these Microsoft's imagining meeting rooms where cameras are placed at eye level to improve eye contact, and spatial audio that will help you hear colleagues' voices when they're dialed in. The spatial audio will also supposedly make it feel more like a remote colleague is present in the room. They're also going to do this thing where, through the technology that they have, they're going to be able to do kind of like you can do on Skype or other platforms where you have to click a button for the speaker view. Well, this will automatically detect which of the 7, 8, 10 people are sitting around at the live table or at the interactive table, and it'll address that. So it'll be a camera on you that will be facial recognition.
It doesn't sound like too far off. It kind of sounds what they're doing now.
Does this mean you never have to go into the office again?
I've talked about it numerous times. The office I was in last year held 700 people, and 90% of the people are now working from home for a year now. Why? Get rid of that building, put those 70 people that are left in a burned out gas station. I don't know, something much smaller.
But they
It's
even
only
make fun of
IT
it
people.
on TV. There's a commercial, I think, from Folgers where the guy's camera drops down and he's like in a shirt and tie, but he's in his boxers, and everybody can see that. Or
I've seen it.
Or the guy comes out on the porch in his underwear and he's like, "Honey," and the people are there on his porch. He's like, "Oh, we're doing it live this week."
Yep. Yeah.
Are you wearing pants now, Mike? Not that I'm that interested. I'm just making sure.
I actually had to double check. Yeah.
Okay.
I have my green Vans shorts. Nice. But as far as working from home, I don't know. I don't think the people I worked with last year went back to the office. I have not a clue. But where I'm at now is remote, and everybody I work with is remote. All over the country, and in India too. That's always exciting, dealing with people.
Why do you say that, Mike?
No, I didn't say you people or those people. I with people in general. Doing the needful. Please do the needful.
Sorry. Oh man, thank you. Come again.
Is that IT or TP?
Oh man,
let that sink in.
Speaking of, if you have your pants on here, we talked about this in the past. I don't know if it ever made to the air. But
Uh-oh!
Yes.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. What's that supposed to be?
If you're watching a video, you see a big boob girl sitting there in a little hot tub with a Twitch in a
Watch
Twitch
us
photo.
On twitch.tv/both mics.
Yes.
That'll roll off the tongue easy one day. Someday soon.
It's Friday night. They're not even watching us, dude. They're looking at these chicks in hot tubs. We talked about this before. The heat came up on these hot tubs so much that Twitch had to make a separate category. They were losing advertisers.
Really? So Twitch has become like Porn Light now, where they have categories?
Yeah, this one is pools, hot tubs, and beaches now. So this way, they don't lose any advertisers. And advertisers that want to advertise on that medium can do that by switching over to that channel.
And the category is right below anal fisting, if anybody's looking for it.
Yes.
The hell? I guess if it sells, if it makes them money, they're going to do it, First
hats off to them for finding,
then satisfy quality.
Yeah, well, hats off for them for finding a way to make it happen for everybody. Do you know what I mean? I mean, before it was like the people were getting aggravated because they thought it was now the whole dial was turning into smut. And now they realize they just have to type in pools, hot tubs, and beaches to see smut.
Cool hot tubs and beaches. So I guess it was besides the hot tub category that we were familiar with, there was a beaches category too. And they
That's
just
what I'm
combined
saying.
them.
I'm saying I missed this. I missed the whole beaches thing. I'm gonna have to go back and look at this.
Right? We were going to go to the beach last night, but our little guy has bronchitis, and he got sent home from school with a fever.
Well, when you do go to the beach, you should just run live on the Twitch channel, and I'll put it over into the pools, hot tubs, and beaches category. Nice. No man bra today. Nice. I like it.
And my Mustang shirt.
Yeah. So these last week Twitch pulled the advertising from a lot of these girls in hot tubs things. They just pulled them, and I guess that's going to affect their income. You know, you get a million followers, and you get 10, 20, 30, 40,000 people in a room. It's a big room.
So there's advertisers on Twitch? That I didn't know.
Yeah, that's why we're trying to get some people going.
Well, yeah, I totally understand that, but do they just, as you're talking, they cut you out and they throw a commercial in the middle? Or is it on the page? Or
I think it's on the page, and I think there's some on the recorded, not interrupting your live interface here, but I think it's unrecorded stuff. I don't know enough about it.
I guess it would have to be on recorded stuff. They probably preempt it in the beginning with a commercial or at the end.
Right.
I know there's a tipping system,
right,
where you can give away 45 purple mushrooms or 1,000 yellow diamonds, and that becomes a dollar amount somehow. So that much I knew, but I didn't know about the advertising money.
Yeah, if there's a way to make money on stuff nowadays, they figured it out, and if they haven't, it's going to be figured out real quick. That's why I got in trouble with Facebook the first time years ago, dude, because I figured out how to get advertising for free on Facebook. I was reaching 40,000 people, dude. And
wow.
I wasn't paying for any of it. Yeah. Facebook did not like that very much. So anyway,
was it with the sports stuff or the car stuff?
Yeah, no, with the sports stuff. And that's where I learned a lot of lessons. Just you got to be a little more low key about it, I guess. But basically, the secret that I found was I joined into a bunch of Facebook groups, and then within those groups, I was able to share targeted material directly to those groups and directly to the people in a certain group. So it was very interesting that I was able to reach so many people, and it was good. I enjoyed it, but at the same time, Facebook was like, no, we're not having it.
Right.
So I thought they would have given me a hats off or a pat on the back or a kudos or here, we're going to put a little check mark by your name like you can get on Twitter or something. Shit.
They probably did in their little office in Austin, Texas. You're like, holy cow, look at this guy. Good for him. Boom. Shut him down.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happened.
Where's my dollar?
Well, they kept telling me to stop it, and I was like, yeah, fuck you. No, I'm going to keep doing it.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll get to it.
Well, look, I learned a long time ago when I was in the car business, we used to bend the rules a lot in advertising and stuff like that. We'd have stripper chicks on bikinis out on the roadway, slowing down Highway 44, holding up signs and stuff, causing accidents. And the city would come in on a Friday or Saturday and go, what the hell are you doing? You're causing accidents. You're blocking traffic. And my boss is standing there going, hey, I paid for a cop out there to make sure that the traffic kept moving. I knew better than that. Well, if you don't clear that crap up by the time I get back here at 5 o'clock, I'm going to issue you a fine. My boss reaches in his pocket, takes out his checkbook, and goes, how much is the fine? Looked right at him. Wrote the guy a $600 check and said, I'll see you on Monday. And that was it.
Yep.
That's the way you're supposed to do stuff. Do it and apologize for it later. Don't ask for permission.
Well, that's where I thought you were going. Don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Without a doubt. And you know what? I admire these hot tub girls for figuring it out.
Exactly, right?
It's not necessarily porn,
Yeah, it's like a visual Craigslist.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like, they're kind of like just putting a tip in. They're not doing the whole thing. And they get tipped for it.
And remember, category right below anal fisting. There's beach tubs and hot light, whatever it's called. Hot tubs and beaches. Arr.
Did you ever use Microsoft Internet Explorer?
Yeah.
Lately?
Being the old guy by 4 days, I always used it, and you got used to it. And if you buy a computer now, more than likely it probably doesn't even have it on there anymore. What do they use now?
Correct.
What is this thing? This is Microsoft Edge. It's the same thing, only different.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, I guess it's supposed to compete with Chrome or be more like Chrome.
Well,
Chrome.
This was what I was on too, and then everyone was like, "Oh no, you got to switch to Chrome." And then the Android phones came about, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you got to use Gmail." And I was like, "Well, that's all in Google as well, so I'll just switch everything." And that's what I did. Well, apparently we weren't alone, old guy, in doing this. So that's it. It's gonna be shut down. They've kind of turned their backs on it in August 2020. They said that's it. We're not updating. We're not doing anything else. There's no more apps. We're not going to do any more work on it. And by midsummer 2021, it's just going to kind of go away.
Yeah. Right now, what I am on Edge and Skype. But yeah, like what do I have? I have my email open. And when we were doing Zoom stuff, I had Zoom open through Edge. And when I was getting the invites and stuff, it was all on Edge. My work computer, I don't even think it has Internet Explorer on it. And my work computer is basically a shell. It's about the size of I don't know, 14 by 14. This is a square, and it's about the size of a set-top box from cable TV. And you can't. I log in. And I go into Citrix, which gets me into the work computers.
And what's your password?
Mike 1234.
It's not QM Monkey 1 2 3 4 5 6.
Everything in the environment at the work computer, but the actual desktop.
Yeah.
I couldn't download anything on it. I couldn't download a picture because it was just a shell. It had no use, no. I couldn't open email, nothing like that. It had no Outlook. It was just a shell so I could get into the corporation computer and use the site inside the corporation computer. And there I would have Word, I would have Outlook, and I would have Excel and all the things I need to be able to download PDFs and move things around. But on the computer that's on my dining room table, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it at all.
Well, according to KOCO.com in this article here, that I picked up about the Internet Explorer and about it being shut down. They say it was once the most used web browser. Internet Explorer has been on a steady downward trajectory for nearly 2 decades. Its share of the browser market fell below the 50% threshold in 2010 and now sits at about 5% according to browser usage tracker net market share. Google Chrome is the browser leader right now, commanding 69% share of the market.
Wow.
I didn't think it was that high because all the Apple people and stuff, right? I mean, they don't have that for Apple.
Well, and they don't have it for the Android phones either. A lot of stuff is Google, but they have iOS is for Apple. I'm thinking that's the name of it. And then Android will have things called Cupcake and Vanilla Ice Cream for their browser names. And I think, I know they have weird names like that, but I'm pretty sure it's for the browsers.
It's funny you say that because I got one coming up here in a minute.
And but yeah, I would have thought it would have been even Steven. I didn't think that Google was out muscling Internet Explorer that much.
Well, I think it's because of the business usage. I think there's a lot of people who used to use Google Docs and things of that nature.
Right.
Other developmental tools, which Google makes. They did a smart thing with this because they took everything and made it right there. And I can log in at work. I can log in at home. I can log in on my laptop down the street on another Wi-Fi, and my favorites and all that crap will come up. Where I visited last, all that stuff will come up. It's amazing that they were able to do that. So yeah, hats off to them for making that happen. But anyway, This didn't look. Google's not paying us. I want to be clear. We're not propeller heads. We're not in that movie. It's funny you say that though. You ever hear of Clubhouse?
Clubhouse?
Yeah.
No.
It's
Drop-in audio?
Drop-in audio invite-only app. So that means you weren't invited. I wasn't invited yet either. So I'm trying to find out more about this.
Remember when Gmail was an invite-only thing? Probably 20 years ago?
And then 10 years ago, they had the Circles. That was supposed to be the new Facebook thing. Was it called
Google.
Circles? Google?
Google Plus?
Google? Was it Google Plus?
Google Plus. For some reason is ringing a bell.
I don't know. But
right.
According to
Yeah,
Engadget.com, Clubhouse launched worldwide on Android, opening up the app to many more potential users. The company behind the app, Alpha Technologies, had promised to launch it by this afternoon and now appears to be available in France and the UK. The invite-only app bills itself as a drop-in voice chat, allowing users to start a room with moderators, speakers, and listeners. When it first launched in March 2020, Clubhouse had the feel to itself, but has since been joined by rival products like Twitter Spaces. So I haven't heard of Twitter Spaces.
Right? Me either.
This is something else because back in the day, I'm gonna go back to the 90s now. I'm gonna go back to probably before I even met you. Online, there used to be a tool called M Player. M, like the letter M for Michael. M Player.
Right.
And it sounds something similar to this, where you would open up a chat room and you'd have audio, and I would host a room in there. And I figured out a way to play audio into the room, and we had an invite-only type situation. So it was kind of like being a radio person, kind of like doing something like we're doing now, but for the first time ever, interacting with people all over and hearing their voices. There was no video.
Right.
It wasn't that advanced yet. But at the same time, it was fun. We'd have a couple hundred people, maybe I think at most we got like the 400 or 500 people. But still, that was cool to get together with people. Alaska, Peru, I mean, all over the place. I was talking with people from all over the place. It was fun. You never did that?
I did like the regular chat rooms, but that was just typing. It wasn't any interaction like that.
No, you can do both. And as a matter of fact, we even had a thing like if somebody came in the room and was being a jackass, I always had Hit the Road Jack queued up, ready to go by,
right.
Gosh, who's the guy that did that? Black guy with the glasses, blind guy back in the day. Hit the Road Jack.
Oh, Ray Charles.
Yeah, Ray Charles.
Yeah.
I had that all queued up.
Blind guy with glasses. I was like, okay, there's two of them. Which one?
There's two of them.
I know it wasn't Stevie Wonder. It had to be the other guy.
The other guy. Why do they have to both be blind, Mike?
Because you said blind guy.
No,
narrowed it down.
I'm going to try to get this. They say Clubhouse received its big boost after Elon Musk famously spoke on the site. But some have questioned the app's staying power in the face of extra competition. Worldwide Android availability will help. But Twitter Spaces, by contrast, is open to anyone with over 600 followers and is directly integrated into the main app. On top of that, Facebook is set to open a rival feature called Rooms sometime this summer. So I'm gonna you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna try to get involved in this Clubhouse thing. Let's see if we can muscle our way in there.
All right.
See, maybe we get your son involved in that somehow. Maybe he could help us get in there. And then we'll promote the show in Clubhouse.
Well, let's see. Let's Google it right now.
Can you imagine?
Day tour.
Can you imagine there was a time where we didn't say Google it? Let's Google it.
Right. Well, I feel that way about directions. How the hell did we get anywhere? When you went someplace for the first time, I think we'd go places more often now for the first time than we ever did before. Or we knew the area better.
Well, you would stop and ask for directions. You'd be in some hillbilly town, and sure enough, there'd be banjos playing on the front porch, and you'd have to ask permission on how to. Hey, can you help me here? I'm a little lost,
Baby, lock them doors and turn the lights down low.
I used to work at a gas station.
Baby,
Actually,
lock
I worked
them
at 2
doors
different gas
and turn
stations, and you got that all the time. Hey, how do you get to this place? How do you get to that place? And I'll never forget, there was a place called U-Save. It was a gas station, and we used to call it U-Slave. And Caddy Corner was a place called the Fin and Claw. It was a seafood restaurant. And we used to get little old ladies coming all the time. Excuse me, Sonny, can you tell me how to get to the Fin and Claw? And we lady, okay, it's right there. Wait, what? This way? No, this way. Go down here and make your first right. And she'll go down and she'll drive right past it. Like, really? Yeah.
Well,
so, all the time.
On 75, making the trip from the Orlando area to Atlanta area, I would always see on 75 in Georgia, in the middle of nowhere, I think it was near
Risque
Fort
Cafe.
Deal, the world's largest peanut. There was an advertisement for the world's largest peanut. So finally, I'm telling Lisa, we're getting off at this exit today. We're going to check out this world's largest peanut. You have to do it, right? So I pull off and I go to the gas station there, and sure enough, Jim Bob's there with his friends, straw hats, overalls, no shirts, cuffed up. They got the jug with the 3 X's on it. That's where I was. And I walk in and I go, hey, can you help me? I'm trying to find this world's largest peanut. And all 3 of these dudes looked at each other, and I thought, shit, I better hit the door. That was the first thing I thought of. I better get the F out of here. And he goes, you ain't from around here, are you? And I said, no. And he goes, you go down here and take a left, and then you go follow it. You'll see the world's largest peanut. And I went that way, and sure enough, there was the world's largest peanut. And they had a bench in front of the world's largest peanut, so you could sit there and look at the world's largest peanut. And that was my trip about the world's largest peanut. That was it.
Was it an actual peanut, or is it a sculpture of a peanut?
It was a sculpture apparently done around the world's largest peanut. Like they had done a paper mache type giant thing, but it was molded right around the original. I guess then they cut it in half, took the peanut out, and then put it back together. So no, it wasn't real, but it was a facsimile of a real thing that really existed at one time. I guess the peanut would be gone after a while.
Okay. How big was this peanut?
I thought you'd never ask. It was much bigger than me. There was no weight given that I remember. There was probably on some sort of memorial or plaque or something.
There was no real peanut that was bigger than you.
It was, dude. It was huge. It wasn't quite as big as a car.
The paper mache one was, yeah.
All right, here's what I'm going to do, I promise. I'll get pictures of the world's largest peanut, and I'll put them up on the Facebook page, all right? And you can see it.
All right. Now, here's the thing. Where I live is now civilization. And it's about 2 hours from Disney. So you get all the people, the snowbirds, and all the people from New York, New Jersey who have 10 kids and can't afford to fly. They all get in the SUV and the pickup truck. I think I know where you're going with this. Go ahead. And then they come down to Disney World, right? So you get outside of Jacksonville, and between Jacksonville and Daytona was just a vast stretch of nothing. A straight road that was flat with no ups, no downs, just flat going through the forest. And before there was gas stations, well, there was probably a truck stop, but you always see those signs that say Florida Souvenirs. It's a black billboard with a bright orange and a bright yellow. Get your navel oranges, this, that, and the other thing. And then there's one that's one exit up from me that has a 13-foot alligator. So, of course, we moved here in August, and we've seen that. And I've seen it before coming on vacation from New York, New Jersey. You drive right down. There's only one way down I-95 to Route 4. And always remember seeing this 13-foot alligator. Like, oh, okay, it'd be kind of cool to show the kids this alligator. And stopped by there once years ago. And I don't know if it's this one or if all these black billboards with the orange and yellow writing that says navel oranges and
Stuckies.
Yeah. Not buggies.
South of the border.
Yeah, south. Here today, hot tamale. Pedro wants you to stop.
Nowadays, you can't do that. Do they still have those up, or is that racist?
Yeah. Now that's south of the border.
Okay.
This place isn't south of the border. It's one exit up from me.
No, I know what you're talking about, though.
And they have them. I've seen them on 75 and on 95. There's more than one. And anyway, people going north out of Disney World, and you go inside this place, and it's like a farm stand. You go outside, and there's fake oranges and fake grapefruits all stacked up, and bags of grapefruits and whatnot. And this 13-foot alligator is a stuffed 13-foot alligator that's on display way back in the corner.
Nice.
And then they have a little fish tank, 20-gallon fish tank with little baby alligators in it. So yeah, this big attraction that they spend thousands of dollars on for this billboard is a stuffed 13-foot alligator.
Well, while we're here, we might as well get some oranges. And honey, do you want something to drink? Oh, I need to use the bathroom. Oh, look at this shirt.
And what people don't realize... Oh, damn. I'm making a mess. Is oranges? It seems like oranges are in season all the time, right? You go to the store, there's an orange, you pick it up, and you
From
buy
California.
it. Yeah, well, California, Florida, whatever the case may be. California is far better eating orange than what we've come up with here in Florida.
Florida oranges are for juice.
People don't realize that these things are picked once a year. So if you're having yourself a Florida orange in November, December, guess what? That sucker's almost a year old.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Well, Florida oranges are picked when? January, February, March?
Yeah.
Somewhere in there?
Yeah.
Right? They don't pick them in June.
I thought maybe these were in grow houses or some sort of controlled environment in California or something.
Nope. And like Washington apples, August 1st, they start picking Golden Delicious apples in Washington, and that's the start of apple season.
How come if I go to Aldi and I get an apple, it won't last on my counter a week?
Because it's not in controlled atmosphere. Where's my camera? There we go.
What do I got to do for my controlled atmosphere?
Yeah, you need to put it like in a vacuum. Yeah. So
Wow.
you get your So yeah, if you're eating a Golden Delicious apple on 4th of July, that sucker's almost a year old.
Nice. We're going to run out of time before we run out of topics today, which is a good place. I like that.
Really?
That's all right.
Us? No.
Yeah, no worry. Yeah, we need to infiltrate this Clubhouse thing. We need to get Michael involved in that as well and try to see how we can get in. Because if he can get in, then we can get in. If we can get in, we can start pimping our product there.
Yeah, I already Googled it.
All right, there's no emergency or nothing. So listen, we got about a minute and a half left. You got anything else to add? Wait, we didn't even review the rules for today.
What?
Our rules. Well, first off, let me give a shout out to Gino Losi. If you're looking to go fishing, hook up with Gino Losi, GinoLosi.com. Oh, as always, check out the Melon Patch Theater in Leesburg. See my friend Dustin Levine for everything. He's a great guy running the Melon Patch. And what else you got, Mike? Our rules? You got anything to plug real quick?
Nothing to plug, but everything is fake. Remember that.
That's rule one. Rule one. Everything's fake.
People are stupid.
Rule two. People are stupid.
Yeah. People. Now, here's the thing with that. This is going to take another minute, but you ever watch George Carlin? Great comedian, right?
Yes.
And he's always talking about how the government has you by the balls, and the government's doing this, and the government's doing that, and people are stupid. Right. And like he's talking to an audience of people, and he's talking about people that are stupid. Now, who are these stupid people?
All of them.
Is it the people like right there in front of them?
It's not me. It's the guy next to me.
Yeah. Is it me? Is it you? Or is it somebody else? Is it those other people are stupid?
Rule number 3.
Don't trust anything.
Perfect. And rule number 4?
We don't have a 4. We have a 5.
Oh, okay. Shoot, I thought we had a 4. Our 5 is measure twice, cut once, right?
Correct.
All right, we got to get out of here. It's that time.
All right.
It's that time.
Next time.
We'll see you on the next show. We'll see you on show 123. 23.
23. Like my birthday. 23.